know I wasn't tripping, bro. She gave me like the Paris Morgan vibes on God.
He said,
Paris Morgan. You got that Twitter, bro?
Yeah.
What's up, Pop?
Oh, I'm saying. We lit, we live. Yeah, I just went live. Fellas. Tap in. Where y'all at, man? Who gonna catch these hands? Who the hell gonna catch these motherfucking hands? I'm your boy Joe Prophet. You know, I'm always here with, I got my partners with me. I got the council with me. It's crazy. There's some crazy shit going on. I don't know if y'all heard this explanation from Schofield and his daddy about why they didn't attend the press conference. I thought, the RIP passport, that was crazy, but they said it was somebody in their camp that did the shit. I listen, I don't know what the shit was insane. I'm not gonna lie. To be that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna play the shit. I don't know if y'all can hear. I'm finna play this shit because this shit was kind of crazy, man. It was kind of crazy. Y'all listen to it and tell me what y'all think about it. Let's go from here. Y'all hear that?
Sound like my son. What is this, Jaguar, right?
That's Schofield's dad.
Oh.
Wow. I don't think so. You don't take it offensive that somebody.
I was just gonna say, can you pause it real quick? Because I don't like that he's saying we're not taking it bad.
All right. Yeah, okay. So you don't take it offensive that somebody in your camp ripped your damn passport and now you can't go to the press conference?
And you talking about the money that they trying to make. What about the money they blocking from y'all?
Right.
You know why? Because they not really blocking money because Oscar probably paying him under the table to sabotage the fight. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You got to be extremely close to get a nigga passport, bro.
Man,
not really though. These niggas be dumb, bro. These niggas let other people handle all of their shit a lot of the time.
And
they don't handle really none of their shit.
That's like cutting your ID card.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I can't
honestly,
see myself just giving my passport to somebody and handling any damn thing. Like
man, it probably, man,
you don't need to do that.
It's either one or two things, bro. It's only one or two things.
Your own trips and do all that shit on your own, bro. It's not surprising, bro.
Yeah, but it's still only one or two things, man. Oscar probably paying him under the table to sabotage it, or it was a domestic situation that they just not speaking about. Because it sounds like, it just sounds like, something a female will do. Let me cut your shit up so you can't go out here today.
Shut up, maniac. For logic.
But this the thing that's killing me though, bro. Like you're saying this, it don't make sense. How is this not offensive? How is this? He was
because they're trying to hide something,
bro. Man. And that's why I was so interested. I don't know if y'all saw Shakur Stevenson on Cigar Talk last night. That was even interesting to me too. Like, because a lot of stuff Kid Austin is saying and doing ain't really making sense. Like this rehydration shit he's talking about. At first he was saying he can't come in past 148. And Shakur said he never heard that shit ever. He said that he never heard that. I don't know. I don't know what Kid Austin in this camp. I don't know what they on right now. I don't know what they on right now, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What y'all, man? Maniac, what you think about this, man? What is this, man?
I told you they hiding something.
What the hell? What are they hiding? Like what?
I'm telling you, it's either a domestic situation that happened with the passport, or Oscar is sabotaging it.
Man, ripping.
Hey, hiding something worth being hidden, man.
Ripping a passport is crazy work, man.
That's why the excuse is not making sense. It's because they hiding something.
Like that was it was and just looking at his body language and stuff like that too. I mean, I don't know, man. He just looked like he lying. And I don't know if he is or if he isn't, but the body language, I mean, y'all couldn't see it, with how he was talking, but his body language is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, even Floyd, even the junior, like the son.
Before I even knew like the passport situation.
Yeah.
If you play back what Oscar was saying at that press conference, it had nothing to do with nothing he was saying. He was giving everybody kudos, and he went out of his way to say, Shakur Stevenson is great. He's about to fight one of the best upcoming prospects in the world right now. Yeah. And he's going to fight another one of my fighters. He went out of his way to try to downplay what, Kid Austin is. He's not a prospect no more. He's now a world title challenger now. You know what I'm saying? That prospect phase over with. You're a challenger now. You know what I'm saying? You're a contender. You know what I'm saying? So now it's making me think, oh, something definitely fishy going on. Y'all not here. And then the passport situation come out. Oscar went out of his way. Yeah. Even Shakur is fishy. Look at how Shakur responded to it.
Yeah. Yeah, Shakur's response was kind of crazy.
I think that you looking into it a little too deep.
Okay, what you think? If you think if it's too much of an in-depth thought, what? Because I'm looking at it like this though, bro. I'm like, y'all did all this woofing to get the fight. Y'all did all this woofing to get this fight, and now that it's here, it's everything. Like the craziest shit is happening with y'all, man. The craziest shit is happening with y'all. It don't make no fucking sense, bro. Like,
what I think Oscar trying to pay Kid Austin dad to sabotage the fight.
This boy funny. He's hilarious. Crazy.
But it's like,
and you know what's funny though? I knew he didn't have nothing to refute what I was saying because it made so much sense. Something told me he was trolling me. Why would you do this in front of company?
No, the thing of it is like, Yeah, y'all did way too much. And if y'all do not go through with this damn fight, y'all gonna look crazy as hell. Like, I ain't gonna let that'll be worse than him losing. Like, dropping out the fight or do whatever. Like, cause Shakur had a great point. You know what I'm saying? You signed up to fight in Saudi Arabia. Like, how your passport having issues? You know where the fuck you was going.
Now, on a serious note, though, Joe,
yeah.
You know, I only can hope that it's a situation where he like, man, I'm trying to stay locked in, and you know, I ain't worried about a press conference right now, especially that far out. Like, I will hope it's that type of situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it ain't just a nigga, you know, trying to find an escape route. Where it do sound like Sanchez theory seem like the more realistic thing happening right now. So, you know, I hope that ain't the case.
Let me play this clip for you. And I'm gonna play a short, small clip, Joe. And everybody, y'all let me know, you know, y'all interpretation of what Oscar is talking about right quick.
All right, let's get it.
Putting on Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Felix Trinidad, Terry Norris, all on one card. This is what we're living today, thanks to Turki Al-Sheikh, thanks to Eddie Hearn, thanks to everyone here involved. It's just phenomenal. It's incredible what's happening to boxing. We must enjoy it. We must take advantage of it because boxing is back.
Very much so. Nicely said, Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Schofield, unfortunately, isn't here today, but the champion, Shakur Stevenson, the unbeaten WBC World Lightweight Champion, is here. And Shakur, I mean, this guy, Floyd Schofield, he's been calling you out. Not a lot of people call you out, but he has. Has he made a bit of a mistake?
Yeah, he definitely made a mistake. He's a good young fighter, hungry fighter, but I hope he still take the fight. I mean, I'm kind of worried because he's not here. I was kind of excited to see him.
How y'all feel about that?
Why the fuck did Oscar De La Hoya not mention nothing about Schofield? Like, what?
I got another clip for you.
That's his promoter. As Shakur said, he was excited to see him. I mean, hey, man, I'm pretty sure he was because they was talking a lot of shit. Pops was talking shit. You know, Auntie Sco was running his mouth, you know, doing all that. I mean, all of that was going on. So go ahead, play the other clip. For y'all that's tapping in.
To Sanchez first, what you say? See, I didn't make anything of it. And the fact that he did it, that Oscar did not mention Schofield, and that, now I don't know the context, but that brief of the clip, it was not appropriate to mention Schofield because what he was doing, or at least what I got from what he thought he was doing, was
hold on. There's one more part to that. There's one more part to that where he does mention Schofield.
Okay, but what I heard is he was doing retrospect. He was saying that this car, like with Schofield, he didn't mention the name, but this car is like, and he mentioned all these other guys from back in the day. Say that if we had a fight back then with those guys involved, it would have been the same kind of thing that we have in today. All these high-profile, high-name, high-caliber people on the same card, the same night, same show.
Okay, so let's put a pin in it right quick, because I played that clip so y'all can hear Shakur's response. But now that y'all are saying that Oscar didn't mention, he actually did, but I can revert to that clip. That's what I'm saying. Let's put a pin in it right quick so I can play that part for you.
Well, he mentioned Schofield not being there.
Right.
All right, let's hear that. Yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear that. Shout out my dog Diddy Tap In, man. You know what I mean? He said, do we know Blue Blood was talking about Earl saying Bud was on the juice? What? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Waiting for him to pull up this clip. You know, we talking Kid Austin and Shakur Stevenson right now. We talking Kid Austin, you know, on the excuse on why he wasn't at the press conference, saying that somebody on his team sabotaged his passport, ripped the signature page. They don't know who it is. They're clearly not mad about it. You know, we played a clip of his dad early in the show talking about why, you know, whoever it was, the money they were trying to make. And then we just heard Oscar De La Hoya talking. We're waiting for another clip.
You ready for the clip?
Let's go.
Okay.
When that nigga, ain't that nigga?
I wanna thank all the fighters here first, and they do deserve a round of applause because for making these types of fights, putting these fights together, promoters in one room. There's one thing about getting promoters to work together, but to get every single fighter here to agree to these types of fights, on paper, these are 50-50 fights. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, he's one of the best fighters on the planet facing one of the top fighters coming up on the planet. So that shows you greatness. He wants to be great. He wants to be the very best. Virgil Ortiz, once again.
That's
now,
even mention his name.
The pause and explaining who Shakur is fighting speaks volume to me. He said Shakur is one of the best fighters in the world. Everything flowed. But when he got to Kid Austin, he said one of the
He wanted to say contender again. He was going to say contender again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But in all fairness, you know how we try it is defense. Shakur has an accolade or the confidence that Kid Austin doesn't have. And the fact that Kid Austin is held as one of the young up and coming, and Shakur is in place and not refusing to fight this young up and coming, because a lot of that is guys to the real threat. We found that a lot of fighters aren't fighting these guys who are considered to be real threats, and it sounds like Oscar is trying to promote a build Kid Austin as a real threat, and that Shakur is not avoided. That's how
I disagree. I say he's doing
he didn't even say to do it. That's his fighter.
I think that one y'all reaching with. I'm not gonna lie. The other one I felt it, but y'all kind of reaching with this one.
How are we reaching with this one? Now, when it comes to explaining that Shakur Stevenson, one of the best fighters in the world, and kudos to him and every fighter on this card, and he's about to fight Kid Austin, one of the best up-and-coming fighters.
Did he even say Kid Austin?
No.
He didn't even say Kid Austin.
Crazy.
He didn't even say his name. How we reaching with that one, Ace? Like, that's his fighter. Shakur's not his fighter. He did a lot of glamorizing on Shakur.
That's because Shakur already has that narrative. So, of course, you're going to say that. Like M said, that's already something that's said about him.
Yeah.
And if he did that with Kid Austin, it's because he's trying to think of something to say about that nigga. He don't have a narrative or a title for him yet. Nobody does.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying into that. This is blatantly obvious in my face. It's blatantly obvious in my face. Oscar does not want him to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
His actions show it. The way he formulates his words, it shows it. He does not want Shakur to beat up on his up-and-coming prospect, quote unquote, in his words.
So why then make that fight? Why would you run?
Stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah, he can't
like
stop
this is the unique position that Turkey is in. If Turkey throw a bag at these guys, okay, promoter, I'll be back. Let me go make this money first.
And look, I don't know if you remember, but I asked Bob Arum about that, about promoters blocking fights against fighters that they don't want them to fight. And he said when it comes to the money and these guys get more money than they would have got doing something else, they don't stand in the way. They just say, hey, listen, we don't want you to take the fight. But if you want to fight this guy, go ahead. If you lose, we fucking told you so. But if you win, oh, hey, we riding with you. Like, hey, you proved us wrong.
But it's a little deeper than that, though, too, Joe, because if you lose, we also might possibly shelf your ass for the rest of your career.
Right.
Because you went and did some shit we ain't want you to do, so he ain't want to mention that side of it, though. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Well, yeah, that's why they taking the chance of making this money. Because even if I don't Even if I don't take this fight that my promoter advised me not to, and he advised me to take another fight and I lose, I'm gonna make less money and still might get shelled. So yes, I'm gonna take the chance and risk of this bag that this guy, this unlimited bag that this guy is throwing at me, because he's a fan of these boxers. Obviously, he's a fan of the sport. So if he's a fan of me and he's throwing a bag at me, he's gonna throw another bag at me. So you're right, I'm gonna take this chance.
Now I agree with the Turkey situation. I think Turkey, even if you lose, he can keep you in a good position. You know what I'm saying? I think like the situation with Crawford and Spence, though, and him going to PBC is when when you're dealing with these regular promoters is when it get a little bit more complicated and you can possibly fuck yourself over.
I think that world is dying.
I think so too.
What world is dying?
The other side of the street bullshit.
Oh, that's done.
Dying.
Come on, man. Look at
that's dying.
He's putting together an alliance, like, it's making it all one thing. Is what it should be, because it's easier to make fights. I feel like they're gonna be able to get the fighters more money, and the fans are gonna get the fights that they want to see. You know what I mean? It's a win-win. It's just crazy that it had to come to this. You know what I mean? Because Al Heyman, I feel like he had the opportunity to kind of do something like this and partner with everybody, but decided to, because I didn't really hear that until, like Errol Spence started saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. He was the first guy I started hearing mention other side of the street. And you know what I mean? And it came when we had a young killer from Omaha, Nebraska, coming in his direction, and it started making sense to start saying other side of the street. You over there with Top Ranking, and Top Ranking and PBC they've done business before, clearly, you know what I mean, and they will do business. But it's like in that particular situation, they started saying other side of the street. I kind of want to touch on what my man Didi over here said about. Did y'all hear about Spence saying something about Bud being on the juice? What's that about? And should we even,
No, I don't follow the mill rumor. Yeah, I don't follow the rumor mill. I'm sorry, I don't follow the rumor mill. I ain't see Earl say it. I ain't heard of Earl saying it.
Oh man, I'm gonna bring our UK correspondent in right now, man, to tap in with us, man.
Okay. Tell him I don't want to hear nothing about what IKTV or Dante Boxing Nation said.
Specs, man, what's going on, man? This our UK correspondent over here, man, giving it to us from the other side of the pond over there. Hey, Specs, I don't know if you heard about what's going on right here about Spence saying that Bud was on the juice or something like that. What you think about that? What is that?
I'd be very, very shocked if he said this. If he's really said that he thinks that Bud was on the juice for their fight, like that'd be crazy, man. Especially after the cataracts, the cataracts operation that he had, the 2 years not being in the ring is like I can't see it. I can't see it. For me, it's wild speculation. And then as well, Bud is just too much of a seasoned athlete. Do you know what I mean? If I think about his time in wrestling, do you know, being able to train to a specific weight and maintain a strength despite that is his speciality. So like I don't know. I think if that's what Bud is saying, then he might still be concussed from that knockout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he might be out of there. We might not see him again if he's talking like that. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Diddy. Like I don't think we're going for that over here. That's crazy. If Blue Blood is spewing that kind of propaganda, as far, because he said he came from Blue Blood, I don't know. I see some fan tweeted, Earl, we want to see you back in the ring, champ. And he responded, I'll be back when I'm ready. Yeah, do we consider that cryptic? What kind of message is that? I mean, because it's damn near been 2 years. When are you gonna be ready, dog?
This is it.
Errol Spence, yeah.
He tweeted, I'll be back when I'm ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Like, ain't nobody fucking waiting on you.
Right.
Right. Nobody's waiting on you, bro.
Oh man, my man, Basement Boxer Talk, man. Shout out Cincinnati, man. He says, man, what are we doing?
Oh, no, the question is, what is Arrow doing?
Right. What is Mr. Spence doing? I mean, because we're trying to figure that out. He jumps in the ring with Fundora, knowing good and damn well he's not fighting this guy. He tries to bypass fighting Terrence Bud Crawford again in the rematch because he got brutalized. No problem. I mean, everybody's acting like, oh, that's okay. He just got his ass whooped. He doesn't have to fight him again. That's nothing he has to do. He could just move into the next division and just fight for a world title. And to be honest, let me read this because I saw this is why, you know, one of the reasons the IBF wasn't fucking with that shit. Oh, the WBO, I'm sorry. It says the WBO would not sanction Fundora Spence due to the latter being 1, inactive for a year and 5 months, 2, a TKO loss in his last bout, 3, not rated in 154 pounds, 4, has never fought at 154 pounds. Ruling otherwise would be a disservice to the rest of the 154-pound weight division. That came from the WBO. I mean, and it makes sense. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I mean, that ain't nothing crazy. I don't feel like they're doing Errol Spence bad by saying this and making these type of statements. I mean, like the dude I've been mentioning seems like he's about to get a title shot. And that's Charles Conwell. And that's a dangerous motherfucker at 154 pounds. You know, and then we got Jamel Charlo coming back. You know, he's saying the king is back. He wants to do this and that and the third. I mean, there goes an opening for one of the belts as well. If you want to go Jamel Charlo, that's cool. We could do that. Basement says that's PBC, not Errol Spence. What we thinking about that, man? Specs, what you think about that?
Man, it's the inactivity of Errol, to me, is disappointing. It's disappointing. Yeah, I mean, the conversations we've been having is it's looking like he's retired. He put out his response the other day to say if it ain't come from him, it's trash, it's bullshit. But then we see that this Fundora fight falls through, and it's like, what's next? Because they're right. He hasn't opened this account at 154 yet, so you can't really be trying to skip any cues just yet, my boy. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your credit into the union before you ask for a loan. You know what I mean? Like,
right. It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm just like, how you get beat up like that at 47 and then think you just finna come in the WBC? They are this Mauricio Suleiman. He's funny, man. You really let this man be ranked number 1 in the WBC at 154 pounds. Yeah, okay, I get it. We're gonna say PBC put the money down and got him there, but damn, dog, like, come on, man. There's a lot of good dudes that this man just leapfrogged over in that division, and they not cool with that. And I don't even know how he fares against those. I don't see. I mean, Erickson Lubin, Charles Conwell, these guys at 154. I mean, these are worthy competitors, man. These guys deserve title shots as well, and they've been grinding in the weight class. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. Maniac, talk to me, man. What you thinking about that? And then I'll go to you, man.
About what? I'm sorry.
About Errol Spence leapfrogging everybody at 154, and then the WBO saying they're not going for that.
Oh, that's we call that PBC privilege. Well, you see, PBC is now no longer in control of 147 and 154. So that PBC privilege is down the drain. That's all that is.
Bam, you there, man? What you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with what Maniac just said. Because for him to do that and then not do nothing after all this time is kind of crazy, dog. Kind of crazy.
It don't make sense. It's like, bro, you damn near been out the ring for 2 years. Your first back in the ring is going to be a title shot, a unification at 54. You deserve that? I mean, and no, Base. This is not a diss Errol Spence. We're not dissing Errol Spence. We just calling it what it is. We're looking at the facts. They're laid out for us. And I believe we got the right tone opinion. Man, I fuck with Errol Spence, man. You know what I mean? I love Errol Spence, but I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, what are you doing? You got your ass beat. You trying to shit on boys and leapfrog people, and you know, he's saying boxing's fucked up, and it is fucked up. Like, look what's going on. You got your ass whooping. You could come in and skip all these dudes and get it. It's fucked up. You're right. It's fucked up. That's true. I agree with him when he says that.
And I fuck with Earl. Like,
me too.
Hey, I don't like all this Earl Spence hostility that I'm hearing though.
Yeah.
When it was talking about the fights initially, you know what I mean? I got Earl in the fight against Fondor or whoever. I just you know what I mean? I just want to see it.
My thing is this: we don't know if this man eye messed up. We don't know if he got PTSD because that, you know, like the same thing with Devin and Ryan. You just don't know how these guys is until they come back. We don't know really what he's going through mentally. He might not really be ready.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, we really don't know till we see.
Well, we got to see. We got to see. Let's move along, man. Turkey Al-Sheikh is going crazy right now, man. He's in his bag. He not playing. He don't give a damn who you are. You could think you're the biggest star in the game. If you say you trying to move around, all he gonna do is just step around you. You know, Tyson Fury said he was gone. Immediately, you know, Turkey's like, all right, fuck it. AJ and Wilder. And then I want AJ and Bacoli in Africa. I'm like, oh shit, okay. All right, so Turk ain't playing. He just gonna, you know, no problem. AJ and Wilder. I mean, that's a fight I wanted like 3 years ago. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted that very bad. I still think it's a pretty good fight. I'm gonna start with you, Specs, and then I'm gonna go around. And I'm gonna go around the council. How do you feel about this AJ and Wilder? Is it still a valuable fight? Is it still something the fans want to see? And then how you think that fight goes?
You know, I think it's still an interesting fight for any boxing fan just to see those two get into the ring and mix it up. Obviously, you said 3 years. I'm saying I wanted to see the fight 6-7 years ago, but like I guess we're here now. Wilder better have something new to bring out the bag. This is he better have something new. He better be able to effectively jab, put together punches, combinations whilst moving like a boxer as well. Or I don't really see this being a long night for AJ in that sense, because Wilder is a boxer's dream. He's any pure boxer's dream opponent to be able to pick apart. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I see AJ washing Wilder. But if Wilder can put together, if he's got an arsenal of punches that he's learned, that he can disguise that right and surprise AJ with it, I'd be interested to see how he can put that together. Because if that right connects, it's going to be it's going to be a very, very entertaining night.
All right. Ace, I'm going to start with you, man. What do you think about AJ and Wilder, man? It's still something the fans want to see, and how you think that fight goes?
I think, because you know, lately they both ain't been looking that great. I think it's still a good matchup. You know, the matchup is interesting. You ain't got to look at it as like the best fighting the best or nothing, but you know, it's a matchup we've been wanting. Hold on, real quick.
Bam, I'm gonna go to you, man. What do you?
To piggyback off what he was saying, it's still a great matchup. Especially, you know, when we initially wanted to fight, they was both undefeated on top. Now they really not on top, and they got they lost to 3 fighters apiece, you know.
Yeah.
So I think the matchup still stands. I think it's something that they should probably just get out the way for us fans, because you know we've been asking for that for a minute. And these guys are probably kind of towards their way out right now. So why not give us, that fight? Why not give us that fight? You know what I mean? I got AJ winning, just comparing off their last performances, respectively. But at the end of the day, Wilder's right hand is always still there. And if he land that motherfucker, then it could be a wrap. But I definitely got AJ win that matchup if they ever do it.
Hey, you want to go and finish your thought?
But yeah, though, I think it's a good matchup. Like what Bam saying too, it's a fight where either one of them can win. AJ can get taken up out of there, or he can outbox Wilder. It's still some mystery to it. So I think it's still an interesting fight. I still think it's a money fight.
All right, man, Grunt, man, if you're there, man, what you think about AJ and Wilder? Is it something that you want to see, and how you see the fight going?
No, it's not a fight that I want to see. But if they brought it, I'd watch it. I would imagine I'm almost back to where I was in the beginning before either of them lost. I always thought AJ would win over Wilder. Wilder having the stereotypical puncher's chance, you know what I'm saying? But as a boxer, I never thought much of Wilder's boxing skills, and I still don't. However, watching AJ's last outing with Dubois confirms that Wilder does have the puncher's chance or whatever, because Dubois was able to get AJ out of there. But I also think Dubois has some better actual boxing skills than Wilder. Wilder may not be able to do in the same manner what Dubois did. So I would imagine AJ will probably win the fight in a decision. I don't see him stopping Wilder. It could happen because he got that too. But if a stoppage happens, I figure it's Wilder did the stopping, and if it doesn't get stopped, I think AJ wins the decision.
AJ by decision. Okay, all right, Maniac, man, talk to me, man. This Wilder and AJ, something you want to see, and how you think that fight goes, bro?
Yeah, I think AJ could pull it off. Wilder could pull it off. 50-50 to me. I do want to go back to some Spec said about Wilder being every pure boxer's dream, and I gotta disagree with that, because that motherfucker still put 42 lights out. So that's obviously not a pure boxing dream. You would want to stay away from that motherfucker. I get what he's saying though, but he could put AJ out. Shit, he was just out cold his last fight, and Wilder was just out cold his last fight. So it could go either way.
Maniac, I'm glad you in here, because remember when me and Specs had this conversation a week ago, and he was like talking about why Wilder shouldn't have got the fight and all that. And now we looking at this fight being made when people really kind of somewhat really even more don't give a damn. And I was saying this as a fan, and I put this on Instagram, and I'm already getting likes. So I started getting likes immediately when I was saying, bro, it was stupid for them to be on the same card, not fighting each other. Nobody cared about them fighting other people. People wanted to see them fight. Right. So it's like, Eddie Hearn, he had to prove to Eddie Hearn. All that sounds cool on the business side, but it's like, so they're trying to make the fight now when we really don't give a fuck. When we kind of somewhat gave a fuck when they were on the Dead Reckoning card, because I remember when they dropped the information that they were going to be on the same card, everybody was like, oh, they're going to be fighting each other. And then we find out AJ's fighting fucking Otto Wilder, and nobody gave a damn about that fight. And then Wilder fighting Joseph Parker. I didn't even know what the hell Joseph Parker was as a cat. Just put myself in a casual fan shoes.
Well, Joseph Parker is the nigga.
Right, he definitely is.
But look, I didn't know something.
But the reason,
because it seems like a common theme in boxing right now. Is black fighters choosing not to fight each other, or is boxing doing this?
No, but you see, the thing is, the fight they was meant to have, was meant to be the undisputed fight. Right. Yeah, we was meant to see, if anything, a trilogy of AJ and Wilder. Yeah, But we saw the coup d'etat of Wilder and Fury. that locked up the heavyweight division at a time when it wasn't justified, for Tyson Fury to get that shot. So unfortunately, it went how it went. Yeah, we saw the path that AJ took in his 2 losses against Usyk, and he built himself back up from that Jermaine Franklin fight. Yeah. Wilder was on the losing streak, so he needed to prove himself for the bigger draw, which is AJ. Because even despite their losses, AJ is still a bigger draw than Wilder. So if AJ is saying, I want you to show me something before I give you the opportunity to the Make-A-Wish champion that was handing out his opportunities to everyone he liked when he had the WBC strap, so
But
be
I
it.
think that's
Because
bogus
now
too.
he's
Bro,
decided, now reluctant. Remember,
Remember,
Wilder's conversation was that he didn't want to work with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah,
Now,
I ain't gonna lie. I think it's bogus what Wilder did, to your point, but I think it's also bogus for AJ to turn around and do the same thing.
But after the fact, but I hear what you're saying, but after the fact, put two people's PR against each other, outside of them being a great fight that we want to see them fighting. AJ's a bigger profile than Wilder. That's just hands down. And unfortunately, in the business of this, Wilder reluctantly coming to do deals with Turk Sheikh, which we can see is spearheaded by Eddie Hearn. You're gonna be facing this kind of nepotism, innit? Because who's Eddie Hearn's cash cow at the time? AJ. So now you're reluctantly coming and getting ready to do business today, but 7 years ago, you and Shelley Finkel didn't want to do any business, and this was the right business for you to do. Like, what are we talking about? That was a no-brainer then. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna dangle the carrot in your face a little bit. What, like, that's how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they kind of, I don't even want to say, Manny and Floyd is the situation, because at least because they are gonna get some money too. I mean, I think AJ and Wilder still gonna get a bunch of bread fighting each other. Yeah, the fight is a little outdated. Yeah, they could have made it a little sooner. Who knows why they didn't even fight before? It didn't even make no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they just won't be main eventing. It just won't be a main event.
Them being on the undercard is nasty work.
But do you think? Do you think
younger heavyweights? We got these younger heavyweights doing their thing right now, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's like
but do you think if
a new generation taking over almost? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And do you think without Turk,
he up there?
Do you think without Turk this fight happens? Do you think at this point without Turk Sheikh we get Wilder and Joshua Wilder, whatever?
Not at all.
We don't get it. It's not gonna happen. So
we wouldn't even be talking
Fury,
about it.
Thank you. Fury retired. So Turk, being a smart businessman, said, you know what? I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk there. We have to just make the next best fight, because remember, Turk has put AJ in a particular pedestal as well.
For sure. And Turkey's a fan of the damn sport, like, so he know what's. So he's like, all right, cool. You're right. All right, he gone. Fuck it. What's the next best thing? Boom. Let's run that. Let's go. Come on.
And Joe, that be my point from when we talk about two different perspectives being. I feel respect to stand on the business side, but like what I'm saying is, as a fan, like when you look at what the fans want the fight regardless.
Yeah.
Whether it the mega fight of the century or not, like, so they definitely were supposed to fight in 2018, but then when that didn't happen, the fight still could have got made. And fans were like wondering, okay, why are they on the same, even business side, we know why they were on the same card and they weren't fighting each other. But from a fan perspective, it's like, bro, just go ahead and do it. Like, don't keep prolonging it, teasing it, just do it. I think that's the biggest problem with boxing promotion is they don't understand that just do the fight. Don't keep trying to do this and do that, because then somebody gonna lose, something happens. It's always some shit. Just make the fight happen.
But Southern, I think it's better the way they did it though, because I don't care about the names. I say this all the time. I don't care about the names. I care about who really deserve to be in the position that we watch. Like, if he put them in there with some niggas they were supposed to beat and they dropped the ball, hey, I don't want to see them fight really anyway no more. It's like I said, it's better niggas out there.
Yeah.
It's actually people putting shit down, doing shit right now. Why would I want y'all to fake it for me? You know what I'm saying? fake it, have Wilder and AJ fight. One of them get knocked out, then y'all go fake it another 5 years with this nigga. I'm cool.
This is it.
I'd rather see him get exposed, honestly.
Yeah, or give me the tournament. Give me the Super 6. I'll take that because that's gonna show me what's up too. And you know, let's stay on the heavyweights though, because another fight he was talking about was Bakoli and AJ. Now I don't know. I think that however they do this, I think that's definitely going to be Anthony Joshua's last fight, and for a lot of different reasons. But you know, I mean, I really feel like, you know, he is a very dangerous guy. Anthony Joshua is just the type of robot that Bakoli could put down. You know, but at the same time, you know, Anthony Joshua got that shit that could fuck Bakoli up as well. Like he can, you know what I'm saying? So I do like the fight. Specs, I'm gonna go with you, man.
If Anthony Joshua fights Bakoli, you can kiss that fucking Wilder fight goodbye.
I think it's gonna be after. I think it's after. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If he fights him first,
done.
we know what's up. We know what's up.
That nigga don't got a chance of winning either. I would give it to him. He don't.
Dubois said he wants
track record too bad at this point. He don't have a chance of beating somebody like Bakoli. He got a better chance of beating Wilder right now.
Specs, man, what you think about the Bakoli and AJ?
I think the Bakoli AJ fight is one for history. Do you know what I'm saying? It'll be great to have the reinvigoration of the heavyweight boxing, just commercial boxing, to return to Africa in such fashion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's way overdue. And whether they have it in Congo or Nigeria, do you know what I'm saying? It's one for the history books, man. One that the world will be tuned into. Like especially if it's in Congo, do you know what I'm saying? With the monument and all the history that's built up to with Bakoli leading the new school of Congolese heavyweight boxers. Do you know what I mean? Sure. And like I think it'll be an amazing fight. I think we may actually see the best of AJ in the sense of how I deem Bakoli's style in terms of his movement allows AJ to line up his jab, do you know what I'm saying, and build that confidence for him to get off the right. Do you know what I mean? I think Bakoli as well, just being a hungry bull that has had these guys' numbers for a long time, is definitely going to want to go in there and close the distance, make the fight up close, personal, be able to get them inside shots, the uppercuts. That I think Bakoli's uppercut is going to be a lot more effective than AJ's uppercut, especially with how we've seen it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'd be really like, I'm so like I said last time, I'd want to see both of their next outings to be able to see what their most recent form is like. I'd like to see AJ have a fight again, do you know what I'm saying, since his Dubois loss, because in my opinion, he wasn't switched on there at all. And if he's not switched on against Bakoli, he's going to get switched off. And I'd hate for his a potential retiring fight to be a highlight reel knockout for Bakoli. So but I think Bakoli has, like, again, a lot of deceptive strengths that can be overlooked that will just play in his favor in terms of his cadence of punches, how his movement can seem a bit flat and a bit slow, but when he connects, he can take them half steps to be able to close the distance to get off the rest of what he wants to say to a man. Do you know what I mean? And end that conversation in such fashion. So, yeah, man, I think it's 50-50.
Southern made a good point before the AJ and Dubois fight. Man, you know, I was saying how AJ's so experienced. And that's what I was giving to AJ because, you know, he do got a good resume. But, you know, Southern made a good point that the past 4 or 5 fights, he been fighting straight scrubs. And he been looking great against scrubs. And I just don't see him doing no better against Bakoli than he did against Dubois. I see it being worse. I don't think he's been preparing himself for these type of situations as of recently.
Yeah, because the way he got done by Dubois was pretty crazy. That could damn near be a career ender right there to get flatlined like that. Like, you know what I mean? No, real talk. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that was crazy. Even the whole build up of how he tried to intimidate Dubois and do all that before, like he was big bro and all that. And then when they got to it and got it cracking, I said Bacoli. Dubois just flatlined this guy, man. But we're going to see. I mean, I don't like AJ and Bacoli because I kind of foresee that one too. Like, I feel like AJ will go out very bad in that fight. You know what I mean? I really want to see Bacoli and Dubois. That's the one I want. Like that, it's a lot of shit talking going on.
That's better. I think that's better.
I think Dubois gonna stop Bacoli, bro. I know that's crazy to say, but I just feel like the way I just think right now, I don't think nobody believes in themselves more than Dubois believes in himself. With good reason, because he's fought the top guys in this heavyweight division. These other guys, some of these other guys like Bacoli, the best guy he got on his resume outside of Michael Hunter is Jared. And I don't think Jared was at that level of the Dubois or Usyk's, any of these guys yet. So I know that's his confidence builder, but I just feel like some of the mistakes that Bacoli makes, some of these guys at the top, the highest level can make him pay for it. But you got to have the power to make him pay for it. And I think Dubois does. But at the same time, Bacoli's pressure, his power, I think it could be too much too. So I feel like both got to stop each other.
You got a good point, though. Dubois definitely got the power. He can possibly, most likely hurt Bacoli. My only issue is that if we comparing the durability levels, I think Bacoli's much more durable. And you're going to have to fight with a nigga. You're going to have to sit in there and fight. You're going to have to take some damage. Who going to be able to take the most of that damage? Who going to get hit the most? Because neither one of them got great defense.
That's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to your point, I could see a scenario where Dubois can pull it off from some strong punch that land. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a body shot or whatever. But at the same time, that shit can go both ways because he ain't the most durable guy either,
Yeah.
No, he's not. I think his durability has gotten better, but I mean, we got to go off what we've seen. If what we've seen, yeah, he's not the most durable guy. But I will say he has fought guys that are definitely better than what Bacoli has on his resume when we come to durability. But I mean, I feel like we have to see it. We have to see it in the ring because I mean, Dubois could get. I feel like that's going to end by knockout either way. To be honest, somebody going to sleep in that fight.
Absolutely.
I think Dubois could catch Bacoli in between the punches. Bacoli with his hands down and get caught with some shit. Because Michael Hunter was catching him with shit every time he was throwing punches and leaving his hands down, not bringing his hands back. Michael Hunter made him pay for it.
Michael Hunter got way faster feet than Dubois, though. He was in and out a lot.
He does. But also, Michael Hunter was fighting Bacoli that was 30 pounds lighter, too. This Bacoli might not move as fast as that younger Bacoli who was 250, 252. So there's some things that play in the factor in that. I want to see it, though, just because of the conversation we having now. It's so many things on both sides that we could point out, and it's cases for both fighters to win that fight. I want to see that more than AJ and Bacoli, to be honest.
And we gonna see, man, because with Turkey behind the wheel, hey man, it can go a lot of different places. Like Turkey ain't playing no damn games. We gonna get a lot of good fights in 2025. That February 22nd card is loaded from top to bottom. 4 championship fights on there. I mean, as fans of the sport, it's what we love right here, man. February 22nd is going down, but even before then, February 14th. You got Keyshawn and Baranicek. Man, that is an exciting fight. I'm gonna be there on ground for that. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to
Benavidez Morel.
Oh yeah, we got Benavidez Morel. What am I doing? Come on, man. Benavidez Morel. We got Benavidez Morel February 1st. I mean, February is just lit. Like, my goodness. It's
because we've been kind of my fault.
No, go ahead.
Now I was saying we've been kind of dry this month. They owe it to us.
Right. I mean, it's the 17th right now. We, the half the month that went by, they ain't really gave us nothing yet. So yeah, you're right. But we getting overload. We getting overload in February, man. They giving us the buffet style. But I'm trying to. I was trying to. I wanted to. I mean, we covered a couple of things today. We talked about the Kid Austin situation. I don't know if you tapped there for that one, Ace. Well, oh no, you did. You spoke on I played the dad, saying that somebody in the camp, you know, sabotaged them. And I mean, that was, I don't know. I mean, it still sounds crazy. It even sounds crazy than looking at this dude talking about it and just listening to what's coming out of his mouth. Very strange. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's boxing. It's a lot of money on the table. Who knows what the fuck people's doing, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. And anything else, like, am I missing something that we anybody want to, you know, chop it up about today as far as you know, what we've been talking about? Let me know, man.
Have you
I
seen
want to
that?
say, I think we want to push the narrative for boxing that, you know, you don't gotta always be so depressed or butthurt if your guy don't win. You know what I mean? When we getting good matchups like this, you know, fuck who win. We just can enjoy the matchup and, you know, be happy that, you know, these are two fighters that can possibly beat each other.
Right. For sure. Space, go ahead. What you was saying, man?
I've seen that Turk Al Sheikh. He confirmed that a new boxing league will be announced in the USA real soon. A boxing league, and
yeah, that's a problem.
I've heard like suggestions in between it being with TKO and Saudi Arabia. They're coming to like doing another boxing league as well. That might be a bit more international. So that would be like a US, UK, Saudi Arabia kind of link up. That's where we might have seen like what's his name, Dana White and Turk like having some conversations, because I remember him saying he's interested in getting in boxing as well. And we've seen like even with I forgot the slapping contest format he's got, like
man. We gonna get one of them guys up on here, man. My guy B. Ellis, man. We gonna get him on here, man. He's one of the top guys up there slapping the shit out of people.
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah,
chop
man.
it up with him. Yeah, we're gonna see what's up, man. We're gonna,
because it'd be great to see that format. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's done really well establishing that format and the media. Do you know what I'm saying? Of that sport, of that competition, of that form of combat. And if Dana was to get into boxing, like with the format of the UFC matchmaking in an actual league where we'd be able to get like maybe one champion per division, kind of, or one champion and an interim champion, that would be really cool to see, like constant movement. And then I think it's focused on the more up and comers. Do you know what I mean? Which would be great to see, you know, more coverage in the mid-tier, lower tier form of the sport, where the up and comers get that much more of the light shone onto them, and we get to see, you know, the new classes to come in the future.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, yeah, I agree with that 100%, man. Facts, man. Listen, it's another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands, man. I'm your boy Joe Prophet. Got my man Specs good with me, you know, tapping in from the UK. You know, I'm always here with the council, man. My niggas, you know what I mean? Hey, we gonna catch y'all tomorrow. I told you I'm doing this shit every day now. I bullshitted for 16 days, man. It was the 17th. I let 16 fucking days go by. We ain't shoot an episode. We here now, though. We coming to you every day. We don't give a damn if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 viewers. We're gonna keep running this up the rest of the year. I promise you that, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Who gonna catch his hand? We tapping tomorrow, man. Yeah, peace.